afternoon. I would like to call this special meeting, I can't read because I don't have my glasses on. This notice of public hearing to order. If you would all please stand and join us in the pledge in a moment of silence, that would be wonderful. Christy, would you mind? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Moving on to item 2, review of budget revisions 24-25. Brenda, you're already in position. Love it.
Hello. Okay.
Hi.
Good evening. My name is Brenda Higuera. I'm the Director of Finance, and I am here to go over our budget revision. This is for our current school year, 24-25. You should have those copies in front of you. I will just take you through, we'll just go through page by page, and then if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer. So just a reminder, so we adopted our budget in July. We had a revision in September, and that was because we had adopted on draft forms. And so in September, we did the revision on the new forms. So this is a revision now at the end of the year. Now that we've done our AFR, it just allows us to capture any carryover budget capacity and make those changes. So that's the purpose of this revision. So the cover page you'll see there, it has our updated tax rates for the year. You'll also see our average teacher salaries that has been updated for the school year. So for the average for this school year is $53,236. Just as a reminder, when we do our average teacher salaries, we don't include the prop payments that they receive or the instructional improvement. You'll also see on here our budget, our new budget limits there. So for our M&O, it increased approximately $6 million due to our carryover. So our new budget for M&O is $115,119,088. And then for our capital, we saw an increase of $2.6 million approximately, and that is $17,090,380. And that is, again, because of our carryover that we were able to capture. The next page is just a contact page, and so we just make sure that all of that has been updated. Page 1 is our M&O capital, and that is broken down further into what we've budgeted for expenditures for the school year, broken down by sections and line items. Page 2, this is where we budget for our special education programs. We make sure that we have to meet, there's a requirement that we meet by the state, so we make sure that we're budgeting enough in those programs, and this is where we, when we capture that. Also our expenditures for our audit services, for M&L fund, $62,000 on there. Page 3 is our classroom site fund, and our classroom site fund is based on a dollar amount per weighted ADM. So for this year, for FY25, it's $792 per student, and our allocation is the $12,500,623 that you see at the bottom. We are allowed to carry over from previous, so then that brings our classroom site fund budget to that $14,200,000 241, 204. Page 4 is our capital, our unrestricted capital, and that is broken down by the different sections and what we have budgeted in those areas of how we plan to spend our capital. Page 5 is also, it's a continuance of that, is just broken down further for the capital budget. Page 6 shows our federal projects, and that from the last time that we did the revision, we have since updated our grant projects due to provisions and allocations and carryover amounts that we didn't have previously. So that was an approximate increase of 4.4 million total. Page 7, this is the calculation. Page 7 and 8 are calculation sheets. Page 7 is for our maintenance and operation budget, and that shows our carryover amounts. It also has a one-time payment that they gave us this year of $807,000 for free and reduced lunch program and district additional assistance. Just wanted to point that that is a one-time payment, so we won't see that on the budget for next year. And so there you can see our total M&O, as I mentioned before, 115,119,088. Page 8 is the calculation for our capital budget, and there you can see our expenditures, our carryover, and then our new capital budget limit, the 17,090,380. The last page you have is it's a fund balance worksheet. This is something that is new through the state, and what they're using this for is basically seeing if districts are, where their fund balances are for the different funds that we have, like our M&O, our special projects, our capital, and what we plan, if we have reserves for that, and what you're planning to spend for this school year, and if you're wanting to reserve some of that for spending it past this school year. So they're taking this as information for now, but this is something new that you probably hadn't seen before. And then the last 2 pages are just summary pages of everything that was in our budget. Any questions?
Does anybody have a question? Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, and that concludes my presentation. This will be on as an action item for your adoption. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As this is the only item on the agenda, I will take a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Motion made and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We'll be back at 5:15.